How's everybody doing? Leth here with the Netcrashers Hockey Podcast, live from Greener's Garage. Yes, sadly this week, due to circumstances beyond our control, we'll not be bringing you an episode of the podcast. Some technical difficulties down at CHMR Studios. So we're going to be calling this the lost episode. A little video blog. This is what we would have covered. Greener, let them know.
We are here in the man cave, where dreams are made. Yeah, CHMR had some difficulties, so we're just going to have to rock it out here for now. So,
hey everybody, Jeremy here. I finally get my airtime. I'm happy about that. Anyway, it's a sad week. We're not going to be on the air. Unfortunately, the computers at CHMR are pretty bogus, but they're going to be fixed pretty soon. And you can't knock the station that's put so many of us into this radio game. But anyway, yeah. What kind of shit were we going to talk about this week, Steve?
First off, I think we're going to talk about the comments made by Don Cherry, talking to Stu Grimson, Chris Nealon, and as well James Thompson. And I think that was more so we're going to be talking about headshots, the role of the enforcer versus depression, shit like that. And for me personally, the eventual point was that the NHL has to do more to acknowledge mental illness in the game. Not saying they don't do a good job of it now, but they have to do more because obviously it's a problem. So that was one thing we were going to talk about. What else?
Fantasy draft players. We were going to each pick 5 players and that are flying under the radar this
Sleeper
year.
picks.
Sleeper picks, yeah, is the best way to put it. But we're not going to give them away on this last episode. We're going to wait till we get in the studio to tell you.
Yeah, and that should be happening as soon as next week. I believe that's October 24th? 22nd. And just to make mention of it, on the 21st, I believe, Steve, you're going to an Ice Caps game.
Yes, indeed. I'm going to be hitting up the 4th game for the St. John's Ice Caps here at home at Mile 1 Center with my girl, and we'll be having some videos from that as well, full reports for the Netcrashers from that game, even if it's just me. So what else were we talking about?
I don't know what else we got on the table.
Well, there was a segment that Lethbridge thought of called Bits and Bites, where we each take 5
It was our
stories.
I was going to say it's our weekly tribute to Byron Bitts of the Vancouver Canucks. It actually wasn't. Yes,
best name ever.
Some stories from around the league. I'm still going to. I wanted to talk about Mark Messier, who's going to be running the New York Marathon. I think I will still talk about that because it's a very cool story.
I'm very empathetic with Mark Messier, having ran marathon myself this summer.
Listen to the cool guy over here.
Cool guy Paul.
I understand the amount of training that's involved in a marathon.
And you're not even 50 years old. You're half the age of Mark Messier.
Is he doing it for charity?
He's doing it for a couple of different charities.
That's cool. That's classy shit, man.
You gotta run a marathon for charity.
Exactly.
That's good for
Pete Diddy ran it for charity.
Exactly. Also, we're speaking of the Ice Caps, we were going to talk about the Ice Caps. They went 1-1 to this weekend in their home opener and subsequent second game at home at Mile 1 Center. First game they lost 4-0 on a pretty poor outing by David Abisher. Second game, I believe it was a 4-1 game or 4-2.
4-1, yeah.
4-1 was the final score of the game. A hat trick from Carl Klinberg and also a goal from Newfoundland native Jason King of Corner Brook. What else?
Our players of the week. We at least got to give our players of the week picks as cause.
Exactly. Okay.
All right.
Can't even call it the last episode with them.
We'll shoot it off fast. I'm going to go with John Tavares.
You stole it right from me, right under my nose. Well, I'm going to go with my secondary pick, Phil Kessel.
Oh.
Had a very strong week, game-winning goal.
All right, and I'm going to go with David Legwand. Maybe a sleeper pick, I don't know, but he had a great week. He had 7 points in 2 games, or 6 points in 2 games. Very good. I think he's sharing the league lead right now with a couple of other guys. That's how it always is at the end of the season. So that was our players of the week, our games of the week. We're not really going to get into. We'll save that for next week, episode 5. This is the last episode, of course. And yeah, I guess that just about does it.
Lace them up, bitches.